Okay, let's dive into this, because I'm pretty sure we've all felt this. You know that feeling? At the end of a super long day, something just feels off. Well, we're going to figure out exactly what's going on.
Just think about your day. I mean, from the second you started, you were on the go, right? Moving, responding to things, taking action. Your day was absolutely packed.
And you were doing stuff, replying to messages, maybe organizing some files, checking off all those little things on your to-do list. The wheels were turning, for sure.
And yet, at the end of it all, when you finally get a second to lean back, there's this weirdly empty feeling, isn't there? It's the sense that even with all that motion, the needle didn't really move on the things that actually matter.
And here's what's so confusing. You weren't being lazy. Not at all. You were totally active. Your time was jammed with tasks and actions. You definitely weren't just sitting around, staring at the ceiling.
So what gives? What is the big disconnect here? Why does a day that's so full of activity leave you feeling like you've made zero, and I mean zero, real progress? Well, that's the big mystery we're about to solve right now.
Okay, so this whole thing, it really comes down to this powerful trick our minds play on us. I like to call it the activity illusion. It's this idea that our own actions can fool us, making us feel accomplished when, in reality, we're just spinning our wheels.
Now check this out, because this slide really breaks it down. On one side, you've got activity. That's just about filling time. It looks productive, and honestly, it feels kind of easy, like clearing out your inbox. But then you have progress. That's about creating actual value. It is productive, and let's be real, it almost always feels hard. It takes that deep, focused effort. They are worlds apart, but man, can they feel deceptively similar sometimes.
So this illusion, it doesn't just happen by accident. Oh no. It's fed by a few super specific behaviors. These little traps that we all fall into. Let's take a look at the 3 biggest culprits.
All right, first up, the small task trap. We all know this one. It's the comfort of the quick and easy win. Answering that simple email, tidying up your desktop, making one tiny update. Oh, it feels so good to check those off a list, right? But the problem is, a whole day spent on just those little things, it adds up to a big fat nothing when you look at your real major goals. Okay, next we've got constant switching. This is when your brain is basically a pinball machine. You work on a report for like 10 minutes, then bing, you jump over to a chat message, then boop, you check a notification, then you try to go back to the report. You're always moving, always in motion, but you never stick with one important thing long enough for it to get that deep focus it needs to actually move forward.
And last but not least, the false completion feeling. And this one might be the sneakiest of them all. You get that little rush, that little dopamine hit from finishing something. It doesn't even matter what. But when the things you're finishing are tiny and low impact, that feeling of satisfaction, it's just a mask. It's hiding the fact that the really important work is still just sitting there completely untouched.
But wait, it's not all on us. This isn't just about our own psychology. We're also living and working inside a system that actually encourages this kind of behavior. Let's call it what it is: the interruption machine.
I mean, just picture your average workday. You've got notifications, pop-ups, those, hey, got a quick question, interruptions from colleagues. Your attention is getting yanked in a million different directions. Every single one of those little pings is an interruption, and each one just shatters your focus, that state of flow we're all trying to get into.
So here's the key takeaway. The interruption machine, it isn't just some random thing that happens. It is the modern work environment. It's a system that's been built brick by brick to reward us for immediate responses and for being constantly available. In other words, it's a system that rewards activity, not real, meaningful progress. And this gets to the very core of how this machine works. It makes us think that doing more is the same as doing better, right? If you're seen as busy, constantly doing things, it feels like you're a better performer. The system completely tricks you into believing a packed schedule equals a productive one, even when it's just not true. Okay, so let's put all the pieces together. Let's get to the verdict, the final, unavoidable truth about this whole mess. First things first, that feeling you have, it's completely valid. You feel busy because you are busy. This was never about you not trying hard enough. The real problem is in how we define things. We've been taught for years to believe that busyness equals progress. And that is a fundamental lie. They are not the same thing, period. So what is it then? It's that endless river of small, unimportant tasks, the ones that trick you with that fake sense of accomplishment.
It's the nonstop pings and notifications from that interruption machine, always pulling your attention away from what truly matters.
And it's that constant switching, that mental pinball that makes sure you never ever get deep enough to have a real breakthrough.
See, these things, they aren't loud. They're not dramatic. They're quiet. They're constant. And they are masters at filling every single empty space in your day until you finally have that moment where you look up and realize, wow, I've been doing things all day long, but nothing has actually moved forward.
But here's the thing, and this is the most powerful part of all. Once you see the system, once you see the traps, the illusion, the whole machine, you can't unsee it. And that gives you a choice. So the real question was never, how can I be busier? No, the real question is this. Now that you see the difference, what's the one important thing you're going to choose to actually move forward?